watching WMBD News at 6, Central Illinois' first and only high-definition newscast. We are your local weather authority, and we start with your forecast first.
Thanks for joining us. I'm meteorologist Rachel Kay in for Chief Meteorologist Chris Yates tonight. Beautiful afternoon and evening, but we do have a little bit more of that high cirrus cloud cover coming into our area. We'll still stay dry as we go throughout the night tonight, dropping to the mid-70s by about 8 p.m. and starting off tomorrow morning, mostly sunny in the upper 50s. I'll have a look ahead to your weekend forecast and the cloud cover that's coming up in a couple of minutes, but first your news starts right now.
We are live outside of Caterpillar's headquarters in downtown Peoria following the announcement that thousands of workers will lose their jobs over the next several years. What Caterpillar is saying about the decision to cut jobs and operating costs.
I'm sure Caterpillar's going to be able to turn this around, but when? That's the million-dollar question.
Plus, reaction from the workers, what people are saying about Big Yellow's big cuts. And police sound off what law enforcement across the state is saying in Springfield.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Maria Chandler reporting live outside of Caterpillar's global headquarters in downtown Peoria.
And I'm Paul Cicchini. We have team coverage tonight looking at the local and global impacts of Caterpillar's decision to restructure and cut thousands of jobs. We go live now to Maria Chandler, who again is in downtown Peoria. Maria?
Thanks, Paul. It was certainly a shocking announcement that sent waves from central Illinois to Wall Street, all the way across the globe. Caterpillar announcing that 10,000 employees will be laid off by 2018. They're cutting costs by more than $1.5 billion. That includes thousands of cuts before the end of the year. Facilities will be closed, impacting several sectors of Caterpillar's global operations. A downturn in the mining industry, China's economic slowdown, and cheap oil are all to blame.
It is something we have to do in reaction to past and current and future market conditions. And what we're seeing today, we lowered this year's outlook by another $1 billion. And we're expecting it to be even lower next year because of the sheer number of people and the concentration of people we have in the U.S., in Illinois, and in Peoria. The impact will be significant.
Now, the downward spiral is expected to continue into 2016. All three of Caterpillar's largest key segments, that's construction, energy and transportation, also resources, are expected to drop. Oil and gas slated to drop the most. Now, this will be the first time in Caterpillar's 90-year history that sales and revenue have dropped 4 years consecutively. Now, continuing our team coverage tonight, I'm joined by WMBD's Hannah Hilliard, who has been around the community this afternoon just getting reaction to these layoffs. Hannah, what are you finding out?
Well, Maria, it's not so much that people are shocked by today's restructuring announcement. It's more that they're shocked by the magnitude of today's announcement.
There was some talk, rumors and stuff of something was going to happen, but I didn't think it was going to be this amount of people.
Randy Smith, UAW's Local 974 president, says he's been fielding phone calls from his fellow members all day.
When they say they're going to do away some jobs, I want to know if it's going to be theirs.
Right now, the layoffs mainly affect management and salaried employees, not those in the union. And in his 4 decades working at CAT, Smith has dealt with this size of layoffs before. Back in the early 80s, between 15 to 20,000 people lost their jobs. But he says this is different.
I certainly feel it's a lot worse than what it was in the 80s right now.
Why? Smith says it's because there is no end in sight.
If anybody go through East Peoria and look down at the facility, there's a bunch of tractors sitting out there that have been sitting out there. They're just not selling any.
Another factor that makes 2015 a bit different than the 80s, Peoria has built up other industries.
We have a diverse employment base here, the healthcare and so forth. We're strong. We have a strong economy.
But that doesn't make Thursday's announcement any easier to swallow.
Very, very tough bump in the road. Very tough. But they have to make these decisions to be better in the end.
Now, this is just the latest round of cuts for Caterpillar. Smith says the union has already lost 300 members in 2015 alone. And when you take a closer look at the layoffs from this year up until this point, it goes back to January 7th. Caterpillar announced 120 employees at its East Peoria facility would be laid off. The company said it was working to bring production in line with demand. There were more layoffs in the state again in March and May. Then in June, Caterpillar announced 120 more employees would be laid off at the East Peoria facility. That was just the start of 3 different layoff announcements in a matter of 2 weeks. The latest job cuts announcement came in the end of August, and the company said it was dealing with a struggling business climate and that 475 employees would be out of a job. And as I said earlier, 300 of those workers were right here in Peoria. Maria?
Hannah, thanks. Now taking a look at the final numbers on Wall Street for Caterpillar today. As of the closing bell, they end the day at $65.79. That's down $4.04, a more than 6% decrease since the opening bell. Paul?
All right, thanks, Maria. The Caterpillar decision will also send ripples through the East Peoria community. Mayor Dave Mingus says he is not necessarily surprised the announcement came, considering the global economy. He says, quote, "I'm concerned about the employees and their families as well as our local economy. However, I am confident Caterpillar will do what is needed to continue to be a viable, important part of our community." Governor Rauner's office sending this statement, quote, "Caterpillar is an important economic engine in Illinois, and its announcement underscores the need to help improve the state's economic climate." His press secretary also says they will work to help with job training and placement. You can read reaction from leaders from across the state and find our complete coverage of today's layoff announcement. That's on our website, ciproud.com. Unemployment rates across the state, though, are down. Taking a look at the drops, Bloomington saw a more than 1% change over the last year, down from 5.7% to 4.5%. Peoria hitting an exact 1% change, seeing unemployment go from 7% down to 6%. Almost 10% of Caterpillar's revenue is generated in China, and today the president of that nation is continuing his visit to the U.S. Chinese President Xi Jinping left Washington state today, heading to the nation's capital. He's set to attend a private dinner with President Obama before beginning the official state visit on Friday. The two leaders will hold bilateral talks, a joint press conference, and a formal state dinner on Friday. Issues like the economy, climate change, maritime disputes in the South China Sea, and China's alleged cyber spying against U.S. companies is also expected to be discussed. Now, we've shown you reaction on what the Caterpillar layoffs will mean to the people of Central Illinois. Still ahead, what it means when it comes to the development of their recently announced headquarters, plus the testimony from police at the Illinois Capitol as they detail the cuts they face from the state.
And it's been a beautiful start to fall, and we're still looking dry for a few more days, but there are clouds in the forecast. I'll look ahead to the weekend after the break. First, here's a look at that sunset in Pontiac.
You're watching WMBD News at 6 in high definition with Paul Cicchini, Maria Chandler, Chief Meteorologist Chris Yates with your local weather authority forecast, and Kurt Fegler with sports. This is WMBD News at 6, Central Illinois proud.
There's never been a better time to get the Corvette you've always wanted at Uptring in Washington. Our best selection of pre-owned Corvettes is in stock and ready to roll. Convertibles, coupes, Stingrays, vintage, and more. That's why we're Downstate's Corvette headquarters. Find your Corvette at Uptring Chevy in Washington today.
Green Ford has done it again. If I haven't said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. Nobody beats a Green Ford deal, especially with deals like this. Up to $4,000 off the Focus and the Fusion. Up to $5,000 off the Transit and the Edge. Up to $6,000 off the Escapes and the Explorers. Up to $8,000 off the Taurus and the Transit Connects. Up to $9,000 off the F-150 and up to $11,500 off the Super Duties. You gotta go to Green. Open 24/7 at greenfordstore.com.
For the first time, prehistoric Earth comes alive. Experience over 40 life-size moving, breathing dinosaurs in their natural environment. See the amazing 20-foot T-Rex, the life-size Triceratops, Stegosaurus, and the flying Pteranodon at Peoria Civic Center. Be a paleontologist and dig for gems and fossils. Fun educational activities for the entire family. Learn, touch, and even ride the dinosaurs. Don't miss this event, 65 million years in the making. Live in Peoria. This weekend only at Peoria Civic Center. DiscoverTheDinosaurs.com.
0 for 75 plus factory rebates. It's the Chrysler Anniversary Celebration at Uftring and Pekin. This month, get 0 for 75 on new vans plus extra factory rebates. Choose from over 90 in stock, plus a free car wash with every test drive. It's easy at UfteringPekin.com.
This portion of WMBD 31 News is brought to you by Busey, your dream, our promise.
You're in business because you're passionate, dedicated, innovative. That passion is what makes you successful. And you're completely invested in your needs for today and your dreams for tomorrow. Whether you need to access capital, improve cash flow, streamline operations, or expand your business, Busey's team offers proactive solutions and tailored lending options to help you meet your needs and make your dreams a reality. Busey, your dream, our promise.
The Storm Tracker Skycam Network, brought to you by Barker Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. Now, your local weather authority, WMBD meteorologist Rachel Kay.
It's been a beautiful Thursday as we continue this string of perfect fall weather. Actually, a little warmer than fall out there, but you can see we're still dry. Cloud cover is building into central Illinois, though, ahead of some of this rain that you can see off to our west. That's with a low pressure system that luckily is not going to affect us, or I guess not so luckily if you're hoping for some rain or needing some of that rain, because this high pressure system up in Canada is going to kind of stretch and grow down into our area and break up this low and pretty much eliminate our rain chances as we head into the rest of the weekend into the weekend. Now you can see some of this high cloud cover on our Goods Furniture Skycam over downtown Peoria. Plenty of blue sky out there and temperatures pretty warm as well. 82 degrees in Peoria right now. Some of us just starting to drop down into the 70s. 78 in Bloomington, Peru, Lakin, and Havana. 77 in Canton right now. So our temperatures are going to continue to drop as the sun is starting to go down this evening, but really a beautiful night to look forward to. If you want to walk your dog or maybe go out for an evening run, since there's low humidity, we should stay in the 70s until about 9 p.m. Then we'll drop back down into the 60s. Winds pretty calm coming from the east at about 3 to 8 miles per hour. Now our overnight lows are going to drop down into the 50s. Many of us seeing those mid 50s. About 57 in Bloomington, more like 56 in Hayworth and Atlanta. Peoria with the urban heat island will be more like around 59 degrees, so those upper 50s. And Future Track shows us starting off tomorrow mostly clear. You can see plenty of sunshine and some of that cloud cover off towards our north, and then more cloud cover will start to build in from the south. Now this is tomorrow night around 8 p.m. still looking mostly clear, but you can see some of this rain to our south. That should not impact us as we head into the weekend, but we may see some more of that cloud cover build in. So tomorrow looking like the sunniest day for at least the next few days. Around noon we'll be in those upper 70s, and then highs tomorrow afternoon reaching into the low to mid 80s again tomorrow night around 8 p.m. Like today, we'll drop off pretty quickly back down into the 70s. Now heading into the weekend, the all-important weekend forecast, of course. Saturday looking like we're going to start off partly cloudy, but a lot more cloud cover building in by the afternoon and evening as we head into Sunday. Unfortunately, we're looking mostly cloudy. Now those highs are still staying in the low 80s, but that cloud cover might obscure your view of the lunar eclipse. Hopefully you'll be able to catch that. The peak will be around 9:47 p.m. and that will continue until just after midnight. Now here's your full MTCO 8-day outlook. You can see we're looking pretty nice in terms of temperatures, and we're going to stay in those 80s. That cloud cover should clear out as we head into the day on Monday. Paul?
Thanks, Rachel. Candidates on the campaign trail taking time to hear the Pope speak. What the visiting Catholic leader said in his address to Congress.
I thought you said they got a Buick.
I thought they did.
Is that a Buick?
So your dad let you borrow the
Buick, Mr. Simmons. And it's got a 5-star overall safety rating, so there's nothing to worry about.
My grandpa used to drive a Buick. I don't think that's what he's worried about. That's not your grandpa.
Kick off the football season with Buick. Plus, pay no interest for 5 years. Plus, get $2,750 purchase bonus cash on select 2015 Encore models in stock the longest. Hurry, offer ends Wednesday.
Hi, I'm Mike Miller.
Hi, I'm Mike Miller.
Hi, I'm Mike Miller.
It's a Mike Miller Minute. Right now, get 0% interest for 72 months and $1,000 bonus cash on every 2015 Outlander, Outlander Sport, and Lancer. And every new Mitsubishi comes with a 10-year, 100,000 miles of powertrain limited warranty.
There's no kidding around when it comes to getting great deals and great service at Mike Miller Auto Parts.
Yeah! It's a Mike Miller Minute.
Hurry into Mattress Firm's huge Red Tag sale for Red Tag savings of up to $400 store-wide on all the best brands. Save $200 on Beauty Rest Firm Queen sets, now just $499.99. And get 0% APR for 4 years. Plus, get up to $300 in Mattress Firm bonus cash with select mattress set purchases. We guarantee you'll sleep happy on your new mattress or your money back. So don't miss Mattress Firm's huge red tag sale.
Visit Bob Lindsay Acura in Peoria for attractive offers on the ILX.
When the snow starts flying, German Bliss Equipment can help with a snowblower from Honda, or Simplicity, a Snow X salt spreader, or a Snowway truck plow. And from now till September 30th, receive a $300 down payment from Snowway. You can't miss with German Bliss.
You're watching WMBD News at 6.
A nearly $4 billion budget bill passes a committee today in Springfield, but the proposal would only pay for some social services like autism and childcare and lottery prizes. It's a story from our Capitol newsroom tonight. Police around the state testified in the House Committee of the Whole about cuts they face. The state decided to reduce funding for police traffic safety programs until a budget is signed. So far, this has caused the Association of Chiefs of Police to lay off 8 people, and 15 mobile training units around the state are canceling training. That includes crisis intervention team training. The program funds a 1-week course for police officers if they are experiencing a subject with a mental health episode, and more. Law enforcement says implementing mandates will be difficult without the funding.
Funds from the Illinois Department of Transportation we're not going to get to work on our traffic safety programs. So therefore, what we're looking at is possibly increased traffic accidents, injuries, deaths from programs that are being taken away from us because there's no money being distributed.
Officers say the funds don't come from the general revenue fund, but fines from things like traffic tickets. The House won't be back in session until October 20th and then November 10th. The state Senate returns October 6th. Several presidential candidates taking time from the campaign trail today to attend a speech from Pope Francis to a joint session of Congress. Now, the Pope called for unity from America's politicians and asked for compassion for immigrants.
Do unto others as you will have them do unto you.
7 presidential hopefuls were on hand to hear the Pope, but what they heard was a call for bipartisanship. The Pope's views on immigration, climate change, and aid to the poor lean more left than right, and many GOP candidates have taken notice.
I don't get economic policy from my bishops or my cardinals or from my Pope.
I just happen to disagree with the Pope on this.
I respect the Pope and I like the Pope very much. I will say this, we have a country that is going through tremendous problems.
3 new polls show Donald Trump still leads the Republican field. Dr. Ben Carson and Carly Fiorina are in 2nd and 3rd in the polls. The surveys were taken after last week's GOP debate. Next in sports, Dan Malloy shares the story of twins in Dunlap, who each had a long road back to the football field.
For a surprising variety of fully inspected pre-owned vehicles, JaguarLandRoverPeoria.com.
Summer fun isn't over yet. It's the final call clearance event at The Great Escape. Remaining patio sets marked down 50 to 70%. Create your outdoor escape with dining collections, outdoor sofas, fire pits, and more. Save up to 50% on remaining pool packages, all shapes and sizes. Get free installation this fall. And don't miss our end of summer sale on hot tubs from Jacuzzi, Sundance, and Bullfrog. When these deals are gone, they're gone.
Escape your everyday. Shop The Great Escape.
At Whitaker's, it's all about choices. You can create your own one-of-a-kind furniture pieces, so you pick your style. You select your species of wood: red oak, maple, white oak, elm, hickory, or cherry, and then you choose your stain and hardware. American-made furniture you can't find anywhere else. It's built to last and affordably priced. Shop Whitaker's in Hudson, just minutes north of Bloomington, where you always have more choices.
When you want to buy a pre-owned car, you want selection and you want price. Fred, what do we got for selection?
Selection? How about a gigantic inventory?
Oh, how about an enormous inventory?
Mega-sized, I'd call it.
I love that. And then we're going to need some low prices. What do you got for that?
$99 a month for a pre-owned car.
I like that. What about new?
$147 for a new cruise lease.
All right. Well, do you still get the Green's Goods package?
On every car.
Every car gets the $9.95 oil changes, the car washes, and so much more. You got to go green.
Today, I'm cancer-free, and I owe that to the Illinois Cancer Care. They saved my life. I will always be grateful for that.
Illinois Cancer Care offers personalized treatments and compassionate care. We are the leader in cancer care in Central Illinois and are nationally recognized for clinical research. We provide personal genetic testing and the most advanced treatments available. Illinois Cancer Care offers world-class cancer treatment at 12 clinic locations, comfortably close to home.
Sharp, shooting, stabbing pain. It can not only affect your physical, but mental well-being. At IPMR, our medical professionals specialize in rehabilitation services which focus on long-term solutions. Chronic pain, pelvic and joint pain, sports and back pain. No matter what you call it, pain is pain. Heal your body the right way and get back to life. Visit IPMR.org. Live well.
Don't miss the Peoria Siding and Window Open House September 26 and 27. Now, your local sports with WMBD's Dan Malloy.
The Backup Plan is a romantic comedy starring Jennifer Lopez. It came out about 5 years ago. I haven't seen it, but it has just an 18% positive rating on Rotten Tomatoes, so I can't imagine it's very good. The Chicago Bears have their own backup plan, but it's one that we have seen before, and the results have been positively rotten. With Jay Cutler out Sunday, Jimmy Clausen is going to step under center against the vaunted Seahawks defense. He started 11 games in his career. He has just one win. That came back in his rookie season. The rest of the Bears offense knows it has no choice but to trust him.
Jimmy's a good communicator, and he's somebody that's not so rigid in his ways. He's not stuck in his ways, so he's able to work with the guys and try to figure things out.
He's been doing a good job. I try to help out with wherever I can. There's like some things we got a lot of young receivers out there, so a lot of guys, some new plays or things like that, trying to make sure they know what they're doing.
Sunday's game in Seattle kicks off at 3:25. You can see it right here on WMBD. The Dunlap football team is out to a 3-1 start heading into homecoming weekend. This week's extra effort winners are two Eagles juniors who have quite a bit in common, including their back-breaking journeys to the varsity gridiron. Harlan Mitchell's touchdown pass against East Peoria was a special one, not only because it gave Dunlap a fourth quarter lead, but the receiver was his twin brother, Hunter.
It's fun. It's having somebody I trust back there. I mean, I trust all my running backs back there, but it's fun having Hunter back there, especially because we're brothers.
Hunter, who plays running back and safety and returns kicks, is thankful to be on the field at all. He missed his entire sophomore season and wore a brace for 3 months due to a broken back.
Just kind of came out of nowhere, just some back pain, and then when got x-rays and it was broken. I was extremely shocked. I didn't think it had anything to do with bones. I thought it was just muscular problems.
Last fall, Hunter wore a hoodie over his brace while watching his brother play QB for the sophomore team when Harlan suffered a season-ending injury.
Originally, I just thought I had a stinger, and I just walked off the field, and we figured out my collarbone was broken. It just sucked to know my season was over, and I wasn't going to get to play again my sophomore year.
But after months of rehab, the Mitchell twins are thriving for a team that looks like a dark horse Mid-Illini contender.
It's cool because we're both very competitive, and we always want to be faster, stronger, just better than the other one. So it's cool to watch the other one succeed and both of us succeed together.
The best part's probably just sharing the glory and just playing together and just being the Mitchell brothers.
They have played together as long as they can remember. Now the Mitchell brothers hope to stay healthy and make the Eagles' offense fly. Dunlap will take on Morton in tomorrow night's homecoming game. Briefly, the Cubs are off tonight, but if the Giants lose to San Diego, all the Cubs will need to clinch a playoff spot is another San Fran loss or one win this weekend against Pittsburgh. Finally, check out this trick play by Concord High School in California. On the kickoff, Concord huddles up at about the 10-yard line. Who's got it, Paul? Who's got the ball?
That guy in the middle?
That guy on the outside sidelines got it. He takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Love seeing that kind of stuff at the high school level. That's just fun.
I want to see that in the NFL on Sunday.
I would love to.
But we'll see.
I would love to see.
All right, thanks, Dan. Still ahead, we take you back to Caterpillar's headquarters, what major layoffs mean for the future of downtown development.
Here's what you can see tonight on WMBD, Central Illinois Proud.
Demand for energy has never been higher, and it's only going to increase. So Ameren, Illinois is getting ready for the future, investing in new equipment and advanced technology strengthening the system that delivers natural gas and electricity, reducing outages and improving reliability by 20%. Doing whatever it takes, so we're ready for whatever comes. That's energy at work. Ameren, Illinois.
Ready?
Oil change, then tire place, then brake shop.
See you next week.
Taking care of your car shouldn't take over your life. From oil to repairs, Meineke's your one-stop shop. Come in now for a basic oil change for just $14.95. Meineke, on with life.
Grosinger Motors is driven by your friends, by your neighbors, and driven to deliver our lowest price, including a new 2015 Impreza for just $99 per month, or the new 2016 Forester for just $169 per month. 250 vehicles in stock now, and our selection is growing every day.
So stop by and visit with our new staff in sales and service today. We're all dedicated to exceeding your expectations. At Grosinger Motors in Bloomington Normal.
Are you still waiting to change your bathtub? Bathfitter can give you a new tub in as little as 1 day with their unique tub-over-tub process. Isn't that amazing? Bathfitter will measure and make you a new custom bathtub that they install right over your existing one. Plus, only Bathfitter has seamless walls, which guarantee a watertight fit. And a lifetime warranty. That's what got me. A new bathtub changes your life, and it's never been more affordable. Don't wait. Call today or learn more at bathfitternow.com.
Ready?
Oil change, then tire place, then brake shop.
See you next week.
Taking care of your car shouldn't take over your life. From oil to repairs, Meineke's your one-stop shop. Come in now for a basic oil change for just $14.95. Meineke, on with life.
You're watching WMBD News at 6.
All right, back out to Caterpillar headquarters for a recap on Big Yellow's layoffs announcement tonight. Maria?
Caterpillar announcing a major restructuring plan this morning that will affect thousands of people losing their jobs across the company. By the end of this year, 4,000 to 5,000 people will be out of a job at Big Yellow. Now, what does this mean for the new company headquarters here in downtown Peoria? It was announced earlier this year in February, and even after today's restructuring announcement, Caterpillar spokesman says that still hasn't changed. Now, the 31-acre complex is set to be built down here. The company will not break ground anytime soon. Back in February, the company said it could take up to 10 years to complete the project. They cited a poor global economy at that point as well. Now, again, for complete coverage of this developing story, you can go to our website, ciproud.com. Paul?
Thanks, Maria. All right, well, we got to switch gears now to the weather. One last look at the forecast. So,
yeah,
what's on tap for tonight?
The weather forecast, at least, is looking nice. Cat forecast, not so much. So enjoy the nice weather tonight. Will be warm, lows dropping down into the low to mid to upper 50s rather, with clear skies. And then that full 8-day outlook looking beautiful. We're going to stay mostly sunny for Friday. Clouds really coming in for Sunday.
All right, thanks, Rachel. Thank you, Dan, and thank you for watching. Don't forget, WMBD News is available on air, online, and on the go. You can head over to our website, ciproud.com, and get the latest news on our app for your phone or tablet. We'll see you right back here after the game.